What we had was a failure down at the athletic stadium. There is a large piece of switchgear and a transformer there, and that was the origin of the problem. And that shorted out and caused then a backfeed short that came all the way up this circuit that you see around to the campus substation, the electrical substation that we have that has the larger transformers that then service the entire campus. This short that came back here to the substation then caused one of the main transformers that supplies power to the entire campus to fail. The result of that was needing to have a replacement transformer here, and all of this main distribution line has been found to be damaged. To give an idea about the magnitude and why it took so long to get power totally restored to campus is the line that's shown here represents the line that we have to replace, and it is about 30,000 feet of cabling. That's almost 6 miles. The main core of campus here was a little bit quicker because it wasn't on the damaged cable circuit.
From the beginning of it, the first thing that we were concerned about was the fact that we needed to make sure that folks were safe and remain safe on the campus, and that was what drove all the other stuff that we did in response to this incident. We had a hazmat incident that we were working on from the oil from the transformer. We knew that we had residential student issues because students were on campus. We knew that we had a research component with folks that are on campus that are conducting ongoing research on campus, so we were concerned about that. So we were also concerned about trying to get the institution itself up for the normal course of business.
Since we had some students on campus that were in various residence life halls, what we did was consolidated all of those into Susquehanna and got one of the large generators to support that building. Protecting the students and providing them a place to stay obviously was a top priority. So that was the answer to that one, was get a big generator and move them all to one residence hall.
Down at the stadium where it originated, the switchgear down there was the major culprit for what happened next, and there was no leaking from the transformer or any environmental mitigation needed. Everything that needed to be done had to happen up at the transformer station. When that transformer burst, mineral oil basically sprayed out of the transformer and actually had a burst up onto the hillside next to the police station. It took us about 36 hours to get that cleanup handled and done properly. Maryland Department of Environment has actually come out and okayed what we did and approved of everything that was done to clean up this mess. So we were very fortunate. None of the oil made its way to the causeway or to any drains, and we were very fortunate that this was just a spraying and not a deluge of that oil.
We immediately started contacting institutional researchers on campus that we knew that had research that was ongoing. We started to go down a list and started to call each of these researchers and made them aware of the fact that we had the power outage and what we felt the implications of the power outage were going to have in their areas of responsibility.
We have backup generators on the data center and also on the alternate data center, which is in the public policy building. So there was a rep from IT out here with us the entire time. We were partners the whole weekend to make sure that there was not a gap in service for IT services. The main players were obviously the police department, facilities, and the safety office. Everybody participated, contributed. It didn't matter about responsibility boundaries. We had one organization that would automatically pick up and take on a task or a function that would normally belong to one of the other ones just because there was a need, and they reacted. Fortunately, we were in the process of a major upgrade in the substation itself as a part of the Performing Arts Project, which is a huge building. It's a huge addition to the campus, has huge infrastructure impacts. In conjunction with it, and again, getting power restored, we are going to have new transformers in the substation to replace the ones that were like 40 years old. So we're going to have new major switchgear, new transformers. Obviously, we'll have a new distribution line for the damaged one. Power outages are part of life, but this one here we would like to view as a lifetime experience. This is probably the first and last time we'll ever see something of quite this magnitude.